Primetime special tonight from Toronto. Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the two-time defending champion Golden State Warriors and a fresh new face, the Toronto Raptors, a team of young Canadian upstarts versus the team that's going to win. This is the fifth finals in a row for Golden State. They're going for a three-peat. The Warriors are super motivated to win this series because, you know, when you collect 3 consecutive championship rings, you can trade them in for a championship necklace, which very few players have. The Warriors are favored by almost 3-1 to win the series, but they may run into some unexpected trouble up in Canada where they use something called the metric system. We're up by 7 grams? I don't know, but the good news for the Raptors is all-star forward Kevin Durant is out for the game with a calf injury, which means the Warriors will be forced to play with only 3 future Hall of Famers in their lineup. At this point, the Warriors are like the Avengers. We all know they're going to win. We just have to spend 3 hours to find out how. We have an all-star studded show for you tonight. Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler are here. They are co-starring in a new Netflix movie called Murder Mystery. It is a mystery about a murder. I probably should have said spoiler alert. And we have a new NBA edition of Mean Tweets tonight, which is always a delight. This basketball series is history in the making. Toronto is the first Canadian team to make the finals ever, even though, did you know the first game in NBA history was played in Toronto? The Toronto Huskies versus the New York Knicks. It was back in 1946. The Knicks won the game. It was the last time the Knicks won a game. And, of course, no one is more excited about the Raptors being in the finals than their #1 superstar superfan.
We have the best player, we have the best fans in the whole NBA, in the whole world. Look around you. Look at this. We created this. This didn't exist before we were here. Look around at the square. I promise you right now, we did this.
I haven't seen Drake this happy since Etsy started selling sweaters. But not everyone loves watching Drake celebrate with the team. He was on the receiving end of some trash talk on Twitter from none other than the band Smash Mouth, which wrote, "Yo, at Drake, when the ball is in play, sit the down. That ain't gonna fly in Oakland. #glorified mascot." Oh. Somebody needs to wash their Smash Mouth out with soap. Who knew Smash Mouth was so angry? Who even knew Smash Mouth was still Smash Mouth? But, and I'll say this, not that it's any of their business, but the reason the Raptors let Drake sit on the court is because when they were introduced to him, he was in a wheelchair, and so I think they owe him an apology. Here's the thing about Drake. You know, they keep calling him the Raptors' #1 fan, but Drake has tattoos that pay tribute to Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. He's got Curry and Durant's numbers tattooed on his arm. It's not a great sign when your #1 fan has tattoos of players from the other team on his body. Jack Nicholson isn't showing up at Laker games with Harden Forever on as a tramp stamp. This is like if Donald Trump had a tattoo of Robert Mueller and a salad on his butt. But a lot of NBA players have tattoos. It's been the thing to do for quite some time now. While some of them are impressive, others are not. And with that said, it's time to zoom in on the bodies of players present and past. These are the 5 worst tattoos in NBA history. #5 from the Washington Wizards, point guard John Wall has that #5. He said this is a tribute to his childhood friends, which is nice, but why in the armpit? What? Is it so when you give someone a high five, they know it's coming? And look, #4 belongs to the shoulder of San Antonio Spurs DeJounte Murray. His tattoo is either an evil basketball or a bank-robbing Ninja Turtle on meth. Ironically, that's also the face people make when they see his tattoo. Moving on to #3, NBA Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, who decided to frame, I think he had one too many bottles of Smirnoff Ice and framed his, for whatever reason, he looked down at his belly button and thought, you know what this needs? A festive wreath. In the runner-up position for worst tattoo from the Minnesota Timberwolves, Derrick Rose, his tattoo is of a wizard, and it's hard to read it, but it says Poo-Dini. Poo is hoop spelled backwards. It's also something you flush, by the way, but ironically, Poo comes in at #2, and finally in the top spot, The award for worst ink in the NBA goes to Lakers point guard Lonzo Ball, who had the good sense to have "Born to Ball" written on the fore of his arm. I like to imagine how that went down at the shop. So what do you want on the arm? I'd like you to write "Born to Ball" with a number 2. Oh, no, really, what do you want on the arm? Maybe a wolf? No? "Born to Ball" would be good. All right, well, congratulations, Lonzo. You are number 1, and those are the 5 worst NBA tattoos. If you like that video, then put a ring on it. Click the subscribe button below.